so that you can pass my way. Then there's God to ring. An angel starts to sing, hey, that's the girl for you. So what are you gonna do? Hey, little girl, I love you. All I do is think of you. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy, Stevenabarthell, author of Women Are Stupid Men Are the Reason, and the latest book, Sex, Love, and Pain, Methods to the Madness. Welcome to another edition of Sex, Love, and Pain Week, where we're going to be truthful, we're going to be honest, we're going to dig deep with a lot of your relationship questions. I speak this Friday, February 20th, at the Dana-Farber Institute for WIG, the Women's Inspirational Group, and we're going to be discussing about living happily single and how being single doesn't kill you and dating doesn't heal you, and what are the proper steps to take it to the next level, you know, from a man's perspective. So here are a few questions that I am going to answer online for you. Again, once again, you can pour those questions into my inbox, or you can email me, stevenabarthell@gmail.com, in the description below. Definitely add me on Twitter, Instagram, all that sort, so let's have fun with it. First question up. Steven, you always say that everyone's not going to be married. Why do you believe in this? I truly believe it's not for everybody. Like, at one point, I didn't think it was going to be for me. Marriage is not for everybody, just like being in a committed relationship to one person is not for everybody. And that's not even a bad thing. Some people can do it, some people can't. I would love to see everybody married, but it's just not for everybody. I think the institution of marriage has been devalued by a lot because some see it just as a contract or as a business, where they don't understand that the vows and the power of this mean a lot. From a religious aspect, when you're presenting each other to God, and when you're trying to make that bond complete on a spiritual level with oneself, that also means a lot. And that's if those two people are on that same level. Now, you have the people who don't believe in, you know, the whole religious aspect. They just believe, I'm going to be happy, I'm going to be happy. That's great. You know, more power to you. I know my wife and I, we are strong believers, you know, in the higher up above us. We are strong believers that there are power in prayer and that there's power, you know, in our union, you know, once we are together, you know, in front of our faith. But everybody's not going to be married. A lot of people love the idea of marriage, but they just don't want the responsibilities of marriage. And it's totally different than just being on a long-term commitment. You know, like I always call it playing house, because that's what it is. Boyfriends and girlfriends have no power over each other whatsoever. Like, if anything ends or anything happens, they have no say over anyone's family. Where opposed to where you're married, where your husband or your wife, they are the number one person. You know, whether you like it or not, they're the number one person to make all decisions. You know, if you are not fit to do so. But it's not for everybody. Second question. If a person says, I've cheated in the past, do I give them a chance? It depends on the person, and it depends on what their actions present. We can't treat past cheaters as if they're convicted felons. In a sense, it's like we all make mistakes. We've all made bad choices. Cheating is definitely one of the. It's a choice. It's a choice that a person made. You know, so I would just, you know, just ask questions. Why? You know, when? You know, because age and maturity do have major effects on that. Say if a person says, yeah, I was 20, I was young, you know, I wasn't happy, I didn't know how to deal with it. And now that they're 30, totally different person than they were, you know, 10 years prior to where they are right now. So it's all on you. It's all on if you believe that person, if their actions, you know, are behind what they're saying to you. That also always comes into effect. Like, you have to, you know, you have to take a chance. And if your heart says no, then I would trust in your heart and your mind in what they're presenting. Next question. When and how do you end an unhappy relationship? Right away. There's no point of prolonging it. You need to reevaluate what's going on. If you're not happy, if you feel as if, you know, you're going to be happy somewhere else, or you're going to be happy without that person, then you need to just cut it off, because what's going to happen is you're going to waste their time, you're going to waste your time, and you're going to end up beating yourself up, and it's going to make the breakup so much worse. Been there, done that. If you're unhappy, let that person be known. If they're not going to make the right adjustments towards your life, or if you're not willing to make the right adjustments towards it so you can become happy, then it's time to see folk later. You see folk later? You see folk later. Last question. How long should you hold a man down when they are out of work or hold a bad one income-wise? Once again, it's on you. It's on your preference. If this man's hardworking, if he's trying his best, if he's going out there with his effort, we talked about effort last week. If his effort, is saying, I want to do better, I'm going to do better, then in the long term, it's going to be great. In the short term, you're going to be like, he's always broke, or I'm always paying for this, I'm always paying for that. At one point, I was that man. And now, that's where I am. Because I worked hard. My effort showed totally different. At one point, I lost my job. And with the economy and everything, it was so hard trying to find a new one. And it seemed like almost forever to find a new one. And my wife, she held me down. And it wasn't easy. I know it wasn't easy. But if a man is working consistently hard at it, then give him a chance. If he's just at home playing video games, talking about the job, seems scarce and he's not doing shit with his life, you have to cut him off and you have to let him know why. Because a man without effort is not a man at all. A man who's not willing to do whatever it takes, to prove, that, hey, I'm trying here, and it's not worth it. Once again, get those questions into me. Sex, Love, and Pain Week will continue. Go grab my book, Sex, Love, and Pain, Maddness, and Maddness, off of Amazon.com or on Barnes and Nobles. I love each and every one of you. Get those questions in. I have no problem answering this. I'm always honest, but this week is more dedicated to that. All right, I'm out of here. It's been another Steve Nabarthell concept. 3's up, 305 down. Peace.